Rock Lee still remains to be one of the most loved characters in all of Naruto. To his hard work and realistic motives and beliefs, to his ideology about hard work overcomes natural born talent, Rock Lee is still one of a kind character. But the questions and wonders I see surrounding his whole character as a whole, was Rock Lee wasted, or did his character arc actually end the way it should have? Plenty of people say Rock Lee proved his beliefs in front of everyone during the Chunin exams. He wanted to show everybody what hard work really means without having the ability of using ninjutsu or genjutsu. And Rock Lee did just that. And that was the end. But I do want to point out, I find it very strange how Kishimoto did put a lot of screen time, a lot of time writing Rock Lee's medical recovery. Kishimoto wanted us to know Rock Lee will be okay after the surgery. We were all rooting for him to get better. His last fight was with Kimimaro, but then he never really got another real fight after that. I just find it very strange how Lee had all this recovery screen time for us to really believe he will be on the right success track, just to not do anything. That's like saying Naruto trained for 3 years with Jiraiya just to come back to the village and eat ramen for 500 episodes. And that training was hyping us up for nothing. Rock Lee deserved screen time. But I want people to understand something. Do you want screen time with Lee to be a fighter? Or do you want screen time with Lee to have a real character arc to continue where he left off? Because may I remind you, a lot of people say his whole character arc ended during the Chunin exams, and everything after that was just extra for Lee. Kishimoto literally had his chance for Might Guy's team to help during the Pain arc, and maybe Kishimoto believed if Rock Lee, Neji, Might Guy were all in the village during the attack, there's a huge chance some of the Pains would have been killed before Naruto even arrived. If Lee and Might Guy opened the gates and took down the weaker of the 6 paths, Naruto's job would have been less difficult for him. So if Rock Lee's character didn't get screen time because of plot for Naruto, the main character, but even if Rock Lee got that screen time that you wanted, Rock Lee fighting a path of pain would develop him as a fighter, but not a character, because the Pain arc is mostly surrounding by 3 characters with story arcs. And that is Jiraiya, Naruto, and Daddy Pain himself. If Lee randomly had a character arc during the destruction of the Hidden Leaf, it could go well, or it could be completely rushed. The timing just doesn't feel right to have a character arc for Lee during this battle. Now, if Lee fought with Sasuke during the 5 Kage arc, with Shikamaru and didn't waste Rock Lee with that sleeping gas, which till this day that is still pretty annoying that actually happened. Rock Lee would have been pretty emotional to fight Sasuke, since during Gaara vs Sasuke, in the Chunin exams, Rock Lee is both amazed and depressed over Sasuke's development in just a mere month. Because it took Lee years to get where he was at, and he was just impressed that Sasuke was able to achieve everything he did in years, but with Sasuke's standards and being Uchiha, he accomplished everything in a month. Kakashi did say Sasuke he did have to work hard, it wasn't easy, but still, Rock Lee he didn't know what to do. He felt so guilty and frustrating, and he was making his own knuckles bleed, and it was very emotional for him. To see someone you looked up to during that moment turn evil after 3 years, it could be a challenge for Rock Lee's character. Honestly, I don't care what anyone says. The 5 Kage arc for me personally was an arc that could have been a lot better. You have to be a die-hard Sasuke fan to literally enjoy every little thing in that arc. But moving on, Lee is a character that is a challenge to talk about. I would have loved more action out of him, but how do you fit a character arc with Lee while writing everything involved with the Akatsuki? The Akatsuki gave us amazing fights, but they served a purpose to be in the story here. Rock Lee having to continue his character arc about hard work versus natural talent, the Akatsuki has some rude asshole personalities here. Literally, none of them are going to care at all what Rock Lee wants to prove of his hard work. Rock Lee can preach about it all he wants with them, but the setting with the Akatsuki characters doesn't fit the narrative of what he's trying to prove. They will literally murder him. During the Chunin exams, it was young shinobi trying to become Chunin, but they were naive, they were young, they didn't know that you can actually become a full-fledged shinobi without ninjutsu or genjutsu, and Rock Lee proved it to kids while Kakashi and Guy, who live longer than them, they know that the ninja world is full of evil people and people who don't care about what you're trying to prove. So their narrative of Rock Lee trying to do what he wants to with the Akatsuki, it kind of just does not fit, in my opinion. But that being said, Rock Lee already proved his ideology during the Chunin exams, and it finished. Now, on a final note, give Rock Lee a character arc, 3 episodes, something like the Jiraiya Ninja Scrolls. It told a short story about Jiraiya's past, and it worked perfectly. Give that to Rock Lee, and he should be good. I've seen many fans say he should have opened his own taijutsu class to help other shinobi around the world who suffered and had the same life as Rock Lee, and he would be the perfect teacher to guide the power of youth to the next generation. So to answer the question fully, was Rock Lee wasted? It really depends what kind of character you wanted him to serve in the story. Do you want him to have a real character arc, something different, or following the same material from part 1? Or do you just want Rock Lee to have screen time being a fighter, and that is it? Tell me in the comments section. I'm D-Luke, subscribe if you want, and have a good night. Bye.